Okay, we're going to go live now to a ceremony that is swearing in John Herdman as the new head coach with Toronto FC. We'll listen in live.
Toronto FC jersey is just a huge privilege, opportunity. Want to thank MLSE, Toronto FC, Bill Manning, Jason Hernandez. It is a privilege, and there's moments will come in your career where an opportunity comes up and it seems to hit the bullseye with, everything that you align to and what motivates you and drives you. And this was that opportunity. So I get the chance now with my staff to get on the grass every single day, work and develop players. That's been a bit of a dream of mine, and to be able to do it at a club of this stature is nothing but special. So I'd like to say a big thanks to everyone, and thanks for everyone for turning up today as well.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Congratulations. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to sort of triage the situation here at TFC, but if you have, what do you see as sort of your immediate goal? What do you think needs your immediate attention in terms of rebuilding this team to its former glory?
Yeah, I think that's a big question. Big question. I mean, I'll be kicking off on October the 1st, but, having worked with many of the Canadian players that have been in and out of this club, we know the size of this club. We know the potential of this club. We know what it means to the players like Jonathan Osorio, and to bring it back to that glory of what we experienced with the Javinkos, and I think everyone knows what that felt like. That's the mission. It's to bring it back to win. That'll take a little bit of time. I'm hoping it doesn't take a great amount of time, but it will take some time. And for me, it's seek to understand before you're understood. We've really got to understand what it is going to take to evolve. But it's exciting, John. I think any coach in North America would have given a left arm, right arm to get this opportunity to work for this organization.
John, just back here.
Matt.
I did happen to ask you twice back in Qatar if you would be there with the men through the 2026 cycle. Clearly now you have other responsibilities. Was there ever any consideration given to doing both roles? And what's the messaging now to a men's team that believed in the messaging, that you took to the top of qualifying here in CONCACAF and went to a World Cup, and now they face a lot of uncertainty?
Yeah, I think when you look at the cycle of my journey, 5 years with the New Zealand women's national team, 5 years with the Canadian women's national team, and 5 years with the men's national team, I think you go through these cycles as a coach. You get that feeling, coming out of Qatar, to take another 4 years with Canada. At that time you feel the motivation and the excitement of what you experienced there and the potential, but you also feel that there's another level to come from this team. It needs freshness, it needs a different voice. There's an element of that, but also the organization. I think the organization's undergoing a level of leadership change, and for me, this is the time. You feel that in your gut, you feel it in your heart, that there's a moment, it's time to step off and go and fulfill another dream. And that dream was to be on the grass with players day in, day out, developing people in the way that you haven't had that opportunity probably since we were in our residencies with the women's national team. And I think any coach, they want to be working with players, with people consistently, because that's where you get the biggest improvements. So I think you've got to feel it, Matt. You've got to know when the right time is, and for me, that's aligned with what seemed like the bullseye opportunity here, fitting my profile of, transformational leadership, coming into an environment where you get a chance to change something.
John, your left. Was it challenging at all? Did you have to wrestle with the idea of walking away from a job with security and the opportunity to coach in a World Cup at home? A lot of fans are scratching their head at this decision to walk away from 2026.
Yeah, I actually don't see it as walking away. I think, I made a mission in my mind, in the country's mind, to qualify for Qatar 2022, which back in 2018 was unthinkable to a lot of people. I think when we sort of hit that target as a staff, as a group, you know that there's something being achieved here, that you've fulfilled something for the country. You've laid a foundation for its future success. And again, I think walking away gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and lift this team to another level. I think that's the exciting thing for the next coaching team coming through. And for me, again, you see this Toronto FC opportunity, the opportunity to be week in, week out at BMO Field, a stadium that has been very good to me and my staff, and some unbelievable memories there. To know that you can do that week in, week out, it's just a different challenge in life. I think our players are excited for us, given the conversations that we've had over the last 2 days. But at the same time, I think they understand this is the nature of football.
Okay, we've just been listening live there to John Herdman speaking at a ceremony naming him as Toronto FC's new head coach. Now, Herdman has left the men's national team and will officially start as coach of Toronto FC on October 1st. He says this team needs freshness. It needs a new voice. He says he doesn't see this as walking away from the men's national team, which is what he was coaching before. And he says he knows the potential of this team. He knows it's going to take some time, but he wants to turn things around so that Toronto FC can win.